winter's kicked in with a vengeance, Nick. What do you think we should have a look at cooking today?
Well, I think we need to start looking at some more hearty dishes. Maybe the braisers and the soups, something that really fills your belly and makes you warm during winter.
What do you have in mind?
I did a walk around this morning. There's some amazing veg here. I'm thinking we do a minestrone soup.
So something that obviously people can cook now, but also that they can actually make excess of and create a beautiful stock for later on with their heavy cooking.
Well, it's something, if you don't feel like cooking on a night, you can just bring it out and warm it up and it's ready to go straight away.
Fantastic.
And for this one, because the vegetables are so good, I'm not going to use any meat. I'm just going to make it a purely vegetarian dish. Got some beautiful crusty ciabatta bread this morning as well, which we'll serve with it.
Cool.
So,
cool. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so we've done our walk around and we've collected a whole heap of beautiful ingredients. For our minestrone today, we're going to be using zucchini, potato, onion, garlic. We've got some carrot up the front, some risoni, which is beautiful, gives it some depth, adds that hardiness that you need in these winter soups.
Fantastic.
We've got some fresh parmesan, tomatoes and cannelloni beans. So what we're going to do first is we're going to prepare a vegetable stock. So for the vegetable stock, it's the same as when you're doing a meat stock, you have to create a mirepoix. So with the mirepoix, we're using onions, carrots, celery and leek. We'll put these ingredients into the pot with a little bit of oil to start with, just a dash.
And that's a medium heat?
So what we want to do is just lightly saute the vegetables just so they start releasing the flavours, and then we'll put in some water to create the stock base. We'll add in a little bit of leek. We've got some garlic here.
Garlic's always good.
We're going to use some of the parsley to chop into the soup later, but the stems is generally something people throw away. But if you put stems into a stock, you're not wasting anything, and it helps to add to the flavour.
Yeah, beautiful.
Also too, the tops of leek is something that we don't always use, but it goes fantastic in the veg stock as well.
Beautiful. So all the offcuts are a great base for your stocks.
So once we've got them coming up with a little bit of colour, we're going to add some water. And then once it's up in the boil, we're going to cut it down to a simmer and put a lid on it. And that will just help all the flavours infuse. So we'll leave that off to the side and we'll start working on our soup. A little bit of veg oil in the bottom of the pan. We'll start with the vegetables that are going to take longer to cook. So we'll add in some onion. With the garlic, just crush it with the back of the knife. And then slice it up. We're going to put in the carrots and we'll put in the potatoes. Because the potatoes are quite starchy, they take longer to cook. We're going to add a little bit of dried oregano. When you're doing soups, sometimes it's okay to use dried herbs. I'd rather use fresh herbs to finish dishes and use the dry herbs to build the flavour of a dish.
Once again, layer your flavours. How's our stock coming?
So it's just starting to come up to the boil now. As you can smell, a lot of flavours are starting to come out of it. We're going to turn that down a little bit and simmer it. So with our soup base, we're going to add in some cannelloni beans and we're going to add in a little bit of diced tomato. Into that, we're going to add some veg stock. So what we're going to do is put this onto a medium heat and we're going to cook it out slowly. In with that, we're at a stage that we can put in some zucchini.
So starting to get to the softer vegetables and some beautiful colours coming through as well.
Gorgeous. And we're also going to add in some risoni.
Fantastic. So we stir that through.
Stir that through.
Now what is a Parmesan crisp?
A Parmesan crisp is basically if you buy some good quality Grana Padano Parmesan cheese and grate it up and put it into the oven, it will create a crisp.
Like a chip?
Like a chip. It's perfect for a garnish and it's fantastic in soups. We've preheated our oven to 180 degrees. And what we're going to do is grate some of the Parmesan and simply make a circle of Parmesan. Would you be able to put that into the oven for me?
My pleasure.
And we'll put that in there for about 6-7 minutes, just until it's melted down and it's got a little bit of nice colour to it.
How's our soup coming?
It's coming along perfectly. We've also got our veg stock simmering away. So we'll turn that right down, and that will simmer for about 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is we'll strain it, and we'll put it in containers, and we'll reserve it for later.
Now, did you know that a wheel of Parmesan, even today, could be used as a deposit on a house in Italy?
Really? Still?
Yeah, amazing.
Look, Parmesan cheese is an amazing cheese. It's such a versatile cheese. You can use it on your pastas, your risottos. You can use it in your salads. And that's the best thing here in the markets. You can shop around and you can see the different quality of different things that are going on.
And you can talk to people.
Of
Actually
course.
get real advice.
It's getting the knowledge of people that are in the market every single day.
Exactly.
And using them as your encyclopedia. They're more than happy to help.
Experts in their field.
We've got some beautiful fresh ciabatta bread here. So this is what we're going to serve with our minestrone soup.
And why have we chosen ciabatta?
It's a nice Italian style bread that has a nice crispy outer but nice and soft in the middle. So we've got some fresh parsley here. Roughly slice this up. So this is a gorgeous pesto. If you don't have time to make your own, there's a lot of stores here in the central market that do make gorgeous pestos. At this stage, we'll add in our parsley as well.
And check on our crisp. I think that's ready, Chef.
Beautiful. Did you want to pull it out? So that's come out beautiful.
So what do we do with our crisp?
What we're going to do is we're going to serve our crisp as a garnish. So the soup's nearly ready now. So all the vegetables are nice and tender. So with this, what we're going to do is we're going to put a nice base of vegetables on the bottom.
Smells fantastic, Nick.
We're going to pour a little bit more of the stock over the top. We've got a little bit of Parmesan there. So we're going to put a nice dollop of that in the middle. We're going to put our Parmesan crisp just in the middle.
Perfection. All this for well under $20 with stock to spare.
Of course, for a family of 4, it's a perfect dinner.
Shall we try? Fantastic textures, beautiful flavour.
Get a little bit of fresh pesto.
I've got to try that crisp.
For sure, I'll go for it.
That is beautiful.
Well, Marco, there's our minestrone soup that we've cooked with pesto and
Fantastic.
Parmesan crisp.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
Fantastic.